Studies and research have shown that when we are practicing gratitude and we're feeling grateful in our life, we're feeling more hopeful about life. And that's a powerful thing.
You're watching Developing Potential with Diana Coulian.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to this episode. It just so happens to be coming out on Thanksgiving. And so what better to talk about than gratitude? And really today I want to talk about 7 benefits to feeling grateful and making gratitude part of your daily life. And on Thanksgiving, we're all programmed to be thankful, right? And we go around the table and we say one thing that we're thankful for, and we put up, cute decorations that say thankful. And it's the one time a year that everybody seems to get on the same page with opening their hearts to thankfulness. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if we felt gratitude every single day, as opposed to waiting for Turkey Day to really remember, like, oh yeah, gratitude's a thing. I should think of things that I'm thankful for. And so when I started thinking about gratitude, I thought of a moment in my own life when I was at the very beginning of my self-development journey. I was a very young college student. And at the time, I really struggled with negative thoughts and negative thinking patterns that would kind of make me spiral into like a bad mood for a couple of days. And I was starting to learn about self-development, and I was reading my very first self-development books. And I remember a day, and it was around Thanksgiving, and I was walking in the park across from campus, and I was thinking about this idea of negative thoughts versus more positive, grateful thoughts. And I think in metaphors. If you've listened to this podcast for any amount of time, then I think in metaphors. And this was maybe one of the first metaphors that came to me. I pictured a handful of M&Ms. So I love M&Ms, especially back then when I ran off of sugar. And I pictured just holding this handful of M&Ms and looking down and seeing all of the different bright colors, and then also seeing like the brown ones. And so in that moment, I thought of negative thoughts and negative thinking patterns like as these brown M&Ms in this pile of all of these other colorful M&Ms. And so the colorful M&Ms were like positive thoughts and things that are going well in my life. And in this like aha moment, I realized like I don't have to pick up these brown M&Ms, these negative thoughts, and focus on them. Like I don't have to. Like I'm making a choice when negative thoughts come up to focus on that and to make that the one focal point. Instead, when these negative thoughts come up, like I can look at it and be like, okay, that came up, but then look at all these other colorful thoughts. And so this is what I think of sometimes when I'm, just thinking about our ability to choose where we put our focus. And so what happens when we put our focus on gratitude, right? And let's say gratitude is like this beautiful yellow M&M. Like what happens when on a regular basis we choose to put our focus on this emotion of gratitude? And so I came up with 7 benefits to gratitude. So we're going to go through these 7 benefits, and then we're going to talk about how are some ways that we can incorporate gratitude into our daily life. Like, let's not save gratitude for Thanksgiving, right? We love Thanksgiving, and it's a wonderful reminder, but let's make this part of daily life. So positive psychology research has proven scientifically that giving thanks increases someone's happiness. If you think about how much people want to be happy, right? That's what everyone says. Like, I wish I was happier. Like, I just want happiness in my life. That's kind of the driving force behind a lot of what we do in life. It's this seeking of happiness. And so realizing that gratitude is tied to happiness, it's a great benefit for us to intentionally feel gratitude every single day. So just remind yourself, being thankful is one half step away from being happy. It's like you're taking a step towards feeling happy when you choose to focus on what you do have versus what you don't have. When we turn to thankfulness, immediately our mind goes to like, what do I have in my life that I'm happy about? What do I have going for me, right? What are these good things in my life? And then we're like, okay, I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for this. And I'm thankful for this relationship and for my good health. And I'm thankful that I have a place to sleep at night. And I'm thankful for chocolate, right? There's so many things that we can be like, oh, I'm happy that I have this. Versus the opposite of thankfulness is thinking about, I want this, but I don't have it, right? And so being thankful means being happy. All right, the second benefit to feeling gratitude is that it opens our heart towards others. Now, I'm going to read to you a quote from Dr. Peter Levine. He says, "We are always contracting or expanding. We're resisting or we're opening. And the basic life feeling is expansion." So when you think of being grateful, being gratitude, you're opening, right? Your heart is opening, you're expanding. It's the opposite of contracting and feeling negative and feeling cut off. You're feeling connected. You're feeling open. And so this is the second real benefit to feeling grateful, is that you're experiencing that life feeling of expansion every moment that you're feeling grateful. All right, the third benefit of gratitude is that it improves your relationships. And we know this one, right? When you let someone in your life know that you're grateful for them, maybe they did something, some act of kindness for you, or maybe just the fact that they're there and that they're in your life. When you tell them and you let them know, maybe you write them a note or send them a text like, hey, I'm really grateful for you. Like, thank you for this. Thank you for saying that. It makes our relationships closer. And what's cool about it is it's almost like a snowball, right? Because if I reach out to you and tell you, thank you for doing this, thank you for being this kind of friend in my life, you're going to feel awesome about yourself. But then you're also going to have more positivity back towards me. And so as you're more positive towards me, then I'm more positive towards you. And it just creates this snowball of these better feelings towards one another, and the relationship gets stronger and improves. We're only on the third benefit of gratitude, and it's already like, why don't we all feel gratitude every day, right? This is powerful, really powerful stuff. So that third one, just improve your relationships. And improving your relationships improves your day-to-day life. Like, let's face it, like our relationships impact so many aspects of our life. So if all of your relationships got better, like think about how your life would get better. Okay, the fourth benefit to gratitude is that it increases hope. And so currently I'm getting my master's in psychology. I'm a marriage and family therapist trainee, which means I'm getting all of my hours for licensure. And one of the first things that they teach you when you're going into this profession and learning about psychology is that one of the biggest factors that helps people improve in therapy is hope, right? If you go into something and you have positive expectations, you feel like, I've got all these problems, but now I'm working towards a solution. I have hope that life can get better, right? Having hope is such a powerful ingredient towards positive life movement. And so, studies and research have shown that when we are practicing gratitude and we're feeling grateful in our life, we're feeling more hopeful about life. And that's a powerful thing, right? You don't have to go to therapy and do intense work on yourself to feel hope every day. But you can definitely get the benefit of hope by doing a gratitude practice. Okay, the fifth benefit to daily gratitude is that it increases proactive behaviors. When you think about proactive behaviors as things that help you move in a successful direction in life. And sometimes it can be difficult to get ourselves to do proactive behaviors on a regular basis. One that comes to mind is going to the gym and getting a good workout, right? That is a proactive behavior that is going to help move your life in a positive direction. But we can't always, seem to manage to get ourselves to the gym or to feel that motivation. It's pretty crazy to think that just having a more grateful attitude towards life, which we know is, increasing our happiness, it's increasing our expansion and our feeling of this life force energy. It's improving our relationships. It's giving us hope. It's almost like this balloon that's just filling. Well, it kind of makes sense that when you're in this happier, lighter, more connected state, you're going to do more positive behaviors in your life. You're going to be more likely to do these proactive behaviors because you're just in a better state. You're in a more positive state. So if there's things in your life that you're like, man, I'm really trying to improve in this area, but I just can't get myself to do it. A gratitude practice might be what you need to really kind of get your momentum going with these proactive behaviors. All right, the sixth benefit to daily gratitude is that it increases your emotional well-being. What is emotional well-being? Emotional well-being is your ability to feel positive emotions even in the face of adversity. So we know as we go through life, even just as you go through a day of your life, there's going to be ups and downs, right? There's going to be tragedies that happen, and there's going to be obstacles and challenges that come in your way, and it's going to throw off your equilibrium. It's going to throw your emotions off. Maybe you're feeling these positive emotions, and bam, something happens, and now you're feeling negative emotions, which is a very, healthy and normal response. Well, how long is it going to take for you to get your equilibrium back, to go back to feeling positive emotions? Are you going to get stuck with those negative emotions, or are you going to be able to bounce back? So having good emotional well-being is the ability to bounce back to feeling positive emotions, even though life is hard, even though life throws curveballs at you, right? How do we handle it? How big is our positive emotional muscle to get us back to being able to feel good emotions again? It's emotional well-being. So studies are shown that the more time you spend in gratitude, the easier it is for you to bounce back to these healthy, positive emotions. And that's a great skill. Okay, the seventh, by no means the final, but the seventh benefit of daily gratitude is that it increases positive life outcomes, which it makes sense, right? All of these things that we've been talking about, increased happiness, increased openness towards others, improved relationships, an increase in hope, increase in positive behaviors, and then an increase in this emotional well-being. You've got all this going for you. You better believe that you're going to have better, positive life outcomes, right? You're going to achieve more of the things you set out to achieve. Your life is going to be in a better condition, in a better place. Your experience of life is going to be better when we have all of this positive momentum behind us from this daily gratitude practice. Now, going through this list, I don't know about you. It makes so much sense to me to make intentional efforts to have gratitude be part of daily life, and even if we're looking at it just selfishly, life is way better when we feel grateful. And so the question now becomes how? How do we incorporate gratitude into every day of our life And how do we prevent ourselves from only thinking about gratitude on Thanksgiving? So I have a few ideas for you. And I'm sure that as you've been listening to all these benefits of gratitude, maybe your wheels have been spinning as well. And you've been coming up with some ideas as to like, okay, makes sense. I need to be more grateful. Here's how I can do it. So some of the ideas that I came up with, this first one comes from my husband, Bedros, is a daily gratitude text. So a lot of these ideas really work best when they become a daily habit. And the better we can become at creating daily habits that we stick with, the quicker we can achieve our goals and make positive outcomes in our life. So making a daily habit to wake up in the morning and send out one gratitude text, which means you think of somebody in your life, and we have so many people in our life that maybe we don't even think of very often. But if you put it on yourself to send one gratitude text a day, you're going to be thinking through all the different people in your life and thinking like, what am I thankful for? You know, the people in our life do so many things for us. And even if it's just, hey, you were there for me the other day and you said something positive and you probably didn't know I was having a bad day, but like, I just appreciate you being there for me. And so making this habit of sending a gratitude text in the morning. Now, maybe for you, maybe you're not a big texter and that doesn't sound like something that you would be able to do. So another idea is just to have a thankful thought of the day or a gratitude thought of the day. And I've shared before one of my favorite daily habits. I call it the win of the day. And this is a nighttime habit. And I just do a note on my phone, like the note app, where at the end of every day, right before I turn my phone off and go to sleep, I think back over my day and I think of the one thing that I really felt like that was my big win today. That's where I pushed myself. Like that's something I'm proud of today that pushed me in the right direction. And I just write one little line in my note and then I go to sleep. So with this idea, you would have another note, and when you would wake up in the morning, as you're doing your routine, getting ready, you would think of one thankful thought, and you would write a note, just one line. This, I'm thankful for this right now. You know, as simple as it might be, this is what I'm feeling thankful for. And then it just sets the tone, it sets your mind on this feeling and this momentum of gratitude. And it's very simple. Again, as long as we do it every day and it becomes this habit, then we can reap all these benefits of daily gratitude. So another idea expanding on that is a traditional journal and having, taking the time to journal out a few of your thoughts about, hey, this is what I'm thankful for today. This is what I have in my life and this is what's important to me in my life right now, and taking the time to write it out. Another idea would be a gratitude mantra. And so I actually came up with a few of them for you. And so a mantra is something that we just sort of say to ourselves. And maybe you might want to say your gratitude mantra 10 times as you're starting your commute in the morning. Or, if you can time it with a part of your day where you typically feel negative, how powerful is that? If you then shift that negative part of your day to something grateful, to this gratitude practice. So these are some of the gratitude mantras that I came up with. You can definitely be creative and come up with something that resonates with you, right? Again, we're looking to open ourselves with these. So something as simple as, I'm grateful for who I am and for what I have. And repeating that to yourself, maybe 10 times out loud or in your head. Another one, I'm grateful to be here and now. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the ups and downs. And I really like this one because it acknowledges the fact that everything is not always great. We're going to lose people. We're going to have defeat in our life. We're going to have obstacles and challenges. But this one, I'm grateful for the ups and downs, acknowledges that that's part of life, right? That's part of this journey that we're all actively participating in. We're actively participating in life, and life comes with ups and downs. And while we might not enjoy the downs as much as we enjoy the ups, we can be grateful for them. We can be grateful that there is an up after every down, right? And just reminding ourselves that. And another gratitude mantra is, I invite gratitude into my heart. And I really like the simplicity of this one because I just really do picture an opening of your heart, an expansion. And if you can really kind of tap into some body sensations of just trying to feel or imagine your heart kind of opening and expanding as you say, I invite gratitude into my heart. That's one that you can do. That'd be very powerful. Okay, so another daily practice would be a gratitude meditation. Now, sometimes, typically when I meditate, it won't be guided. I'll just, be in my own inner experience. But sometimes I will find a guided meditation. And I have found that gratitude meditations, if you have a meditation app or if you just search it up online, a guided gratitude meditation can be really powerful in taking, a set amount of time, maybe 10 minutes, and getting comfortable, closing your eyes, and just listening and allowing yourself to be guided through a gratitude practice. That can be really powerful, especially if you're not intrinsically feeling grateful when you start. Maybe you're kind of feeling like you don't have the strength to find gratitude. When you sit and you listen to a guided gratitude meditation, it just comes over you. It just happens. And so that's a great way to do it. And my final idea for you for getting gratitude into your daily life would be a gratitude share at the end of the day. So, some families at the end of the day, they're having dinner. They'll say, well, what's something interesting that happened to you today? Doing what we do on Thanksgiving more often. Hey, what were you grateful for today? And then taking that time to think back over your day and really consider all of the things that you had going for you, all of these positive parts of your experience today, and then articulating those and sharing those with your family. And then making that a practice for your kids and for everyone in your family to do so that they can all get these benefits of gratitude. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving. And wherever you are, I hope that your heart is opening in gratitude so that you can receive all of these benefits, not just on Thanksgiving, but every single day of the year. So thank you so much for joining me. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment. How do you practice gratitude daily, or how do you intend to now? And what are you grateful for? So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back next week. Take care.
Thanks for watching Developing Potential with Diana Koulian.